Hello boys and welcome to Aspect Zero Profile Production. Next part, Sakura Forest Girls. So, let's just return to where we left off last time. So, I would say Ayana is dressed in a white one. We can't really see how it looks from the front, but it is at least shorter than mine and Maya's dresses, I would say. Much, no, not that much. Alright, let's continue reading. Wow. I stares at Ayana with wide, surprised eyes. She, like me, has undergone quite the alteration. She's wearing a pure white gown like a lily, with a lot of loose trailing feather which brushes her bared legs. A complex gold circle rests upon her white tresses, and a gold coin loops about her torso. She looks ethereal, almost like a goddess. This is quite the change. Anna looks down at herself, her blue eyes wide with surprise. Then she looks back at me with surprise. What do you think, Yaya? I don't look foolish, do I? Now that what should I say? Well, I do think she looks adorable, even without that. You don't look foolish at all, Ayana. My voice is barely more than a whisper when I find it. So awed I am by Ayana's transformation, I feel breathless. Why is my heart pounding so hard? You look great. Really? Ayana turns this way and that, the golden decorations on her new dress clinking. I'm not so sure about that. I think my appearance is only average, if that. But I'm very glad you seem to think so, Yaya. Ayana's eyes twinkle in the corners. I think you look lovely too. Are you sure? I'm afraid these kind of clothes look silly on me. They're so feminine and I'm so muscular. No, you're not. You're you, and I like the way you look. Your headdress is a bit clunky though. Can I adjust it? Sure. Let me fix your skirt too. Ayana takes a step towards me and reaches out. She adjusts the circles and coins upon my head while I smooth out the creases in her skirt. Ayana is standing so close to me I can feel her soft breath against my cheek. She looks so cute, particularly from up close. The gold eggs she's bedecked in are positively glittering. Her fingers brush against my scalp and I gasp with my cheeks pinking. Yeah? Anna peers at me, concerns evidently in her blue eyes. You alright? I'm fine. I glance away, swallowing, my heart pounding fit to burst. I try to push these confusing feelings aside, but my amused titters take that something of a challenge. A young love, is there any more pleasant sight? You're both so adorable, I could just eat you up. After changing her clothes, Maya leads down to this sloping cliff through the forest and into the abandoned village. Night has already fallen by the time we arrive amongst the dipping wigwams and the night sky up ahead, peeped with stars. Maya takes me with collecting enough wood to start a fire. A bundle of firewood together, taking care not to snag or damage my new dress, though if I did damage, I doubt it would matter too much. Knowing Maya, she could always use her magic to fix it. The dress is no normal item of clothing, it's made from Maya's magic. I'm a bit anxious it might melt away like foam, but I feel corporal enough. When I gathered enough wood, Maya sets it alight with a click of her fingers and a brief incantation. Our roaring fire soon springs to life in the heart of the village. Thoughts of flame licks the starry sky, and the smell of burning wood soon fills the air. Embers dance in the lukewarm breeze, and the sound of discordant crackling fills the silence. Wow. Actually, well, her dress actually seems to cover up more than the other dresses does, actually. But it's not any less of an elegant dress for that. It actually seems to even have... I don't really know. I think actually our dress actually has less gold than all dresses. But it's a little bit about where to put it also. But let's continue reading. Ayana stares at the blaze, her eyes wide. The indulging firelight chases away the shadows that play about her face in shades of red and pink and yellow. The circle above her head meanwhile shimmers like gold. I've never seen a fire this big before. It's so pretty. I'm inclined to agree with Ayana. The fire does look very pretty. Superimposed against the velvet night as it is. But I think Ayana looks even prettier. God in a white fluted ritual dress, it looks like a freshly picked lily. She really could be a princess. By comparison, I feel quite clumsy. My paws are pink from collecting all the wood, and I think I have splinter in my index finger. I hope it doesn't interrupt the flow of mana I keep talking about. Lighting a fire is key part of any ritual. The flames are full of mana. They attract the spirits. I will ask the spirits for guidance, and if they deem me worthy, they shall beckon upon me their knowledge. Well, they know where Coco is. There's nothing the spirits do not know. They exist all around us, though we cannot see them, and rarely can we sense them. They exist in the earth, and in the air, and in the seas. Fickle though they are, they can persuade to aid us if we entice them with enough mana. Maya narrows her eyes. She looks unusually serious, with the roaring fire flickering behind her. This will be quite a challenge ritual. It will require a lot of fortitude. Are you prepared? Ayana nods with some hesitation. I would do anything for Coco. Same here. We didn't come this far to turn back now, though I am curious. It won't hurt, will it? The body might feel heavy as I fill it with mana, much like an overfull container. But worry not. It should not cause any pain, just discomfort. Aren't the pain and discomfort kind of the same thing? This isn't filling me with a whole lot of confidence. I scrubbed myself clean and dressed up in a very pretty gown, but I don't feel any different than I did earlier this morning. I'm still the same awkward, distinctly mundane Yaya I've always been. This is all very new to me. I hope I don't screw things up. I'm sure it will be fine. Ayana takes my hand in her own and gives it a squeeze. I believe in you, Yaya. Thanks. I appreciate it. I just hope you don't believe in me too much. I wouldn't want to disappoint you. You couldn't. He would be upset if the ritual did not work, of course, and I would, but... I would be upset if the ritual did not work, of course I would, but I would not blame it on you. If it weren't for you, we never would have made it this far. You're an invaluable friend to me, and I really do care for you. That will never change. Thanks, Diana. I feel a bit better now. I breathed in, filling my nostrils with a heady sense of wood smoke, then turned to Maya. Alright, I'm ready. What do I need to do? It's quite simple. You three need to stand in a we three need to stand in a circle, hold hands, and think of your missing friend. You must recall all the fond memories you have shared together, how much you miss her, and how dearly you wish to be reunited. If the spirits hear you plead, they should answer it by providing us a sign as to her whereabouts. The sign will be communicated to us from deep within the fire. If we gaze into it, we should discover the truth. That doesn't sound too hard. So we just need to do this. I take Maya's hand in my left, Ayana's in my right, and give them both a squeeze. Yes, indeed. It's not hard, as I said. Though your skin might tingle a bit as my mana flows into you. A bit of a tingle is nothing. I can handle that much for Coco's sake. I too shall do my best. Good. Let us begin then. Think of your friend. While I appeal to the spirits, I will call out to them and beg for their aid. They are mere cura, and this may be a tricky task. But together I think we can do it. One must always be positive about these things if one wishes to receive optimal results. It is the same for cooking and conducting rituals. Alright. Positive thoughts. I mumble this under my breath as the three of us join hands. I let my eyes fall shut, then think of Coco. I can picture us in the mines we used to be not so very long ago. I'm smiling, so is Ayana at the two of us, embracing Coco, who's laughing happily. I begin to laugh too as soon as Ayana joins in, her eyes closed with mirth. It's strange to see Ayana laugh. She doesn't do it very often. She's a sort of person, not cold exactly, but awkward. I try to make her smile, but not always succeed. Coco was much better at making her laugh than me. We're good friends, best friends in fact, and we were inseparable. We know one another since we were small children, and we vowed we would always stay together. We were all dissimilar. Myself, loud and brash, Coco's sweet and girlish, Ayana shy and softly spoken, but these differences only brought us closer together. We each made up for it, other lacking, and together Coco and I tried to make Ayana happy. A very strange tingling sensation I feel in my body. It feels like every inch of my skin is pricked with needles. My palms, which are joined in Maya's and Ayana's, feel very hot, and I don't think it's because of the fire. My body feels like it's filling with something. My blood is burning. It doesn't hurt per se, but it's awfully strange. It's hard to focus my thoughts on Coco. But I know I must. This ritual is to succeed. I feel like they're almost there. I just need to push a bit harder. I think of Coco and Ayana and I, the three of us together. Then I think of the night when the strange Yalantrous monster attack and Coco disappeared. It's been 3 years since then, and I've yearned to know what happened to her ever since. I miss Coco and I want to see her again. I want to be with her. Please, spirits, if you can hear me, answer me. Show me where she is. I want the three of us to be together again. And I want to see Coco smile. Goodness me. A soft gas curses and mana breaks my concentration. My eyes open and soon I come face to face with flickering flames. The flames are red and orange and yellow. They seem to blend together. When I strain my eyes, I pay out shapes among those flames. The shapes are vague and abstract at first, but the longer I stare, the clearer they become. I can see sweat, heart-shaped face, and yellow hair tied back into two pigtails. Long round eyes, a button nose, a smiling mouth. It's Coco. Coco has been precipitated among these flames, and so too has a backdrop. I can see wigwams somewhat akin to those that populate this abandoned village, and trees and a river. A slender red-headed woman laden with jewels. A tall pale-skinned woman with pink hair. I don't know who these people are, but Maya seems to be too. Maya seems to because she nods. Huh, that makes sense. What does? Who are these people? Do you know where Coco is? I think I just might. My gazes to her unnourishing flames, the curves of her nose and cheek illuminated by the ghostly light, and smiles. The woman out in jewels is Princess Irie, and the tall woman is her priestess, Imala. They live in a village not far from here, surrounded by rivers. The village is only a week away from here on foot. And I believe it is there your dear friend Coco has taken up a residence. The princess and her priestess must know something about it. That is why the fire is showing them to us. You must go to them and question them. Then you will discover the truth. And then we will find Coco. That is what the spirit seems to be telling us, yes. Oh my, I can't believe it. And her hands fall from my own, and overwhelmed she presses it to her mouth. A sudden gust of wind blows the sword in the fiery face, and princess and priestess until they are subdued by the flares anew. But Ayana doesn't seem to care. We no longer need the aid of the spirits. No, not now we know where Coco is. I've been searching for her so long. It's been 3 years, and finally. Anna sniffs relieved, the tears bead in the corners of her eyes, clinging to her with her eyelashes. Finally, we know where she is. We know that she is safe. You can see Coco again. This is amazing. Oh yeah, I can hardly believe it. Rihanna turns to me to look at me, her eyes wide in the firelight. The embers that flicker in the air illuminate her smooth white tresses and her bright blue irises. Her cheeks is faintly flushed and her lips are pursed in a small circle of surprise. She looks amazed, as am I. We journeyed far from home to find Coco. We endured hardship after hardship, hunted to survive, made our home for many nights upon the forest floor. We went to a strange new village, and then met a strange witch, and now we're after performing a strange ritual. We've finally done it. We found her. We go to the village and we see her, and we'll be reunited. Anna sniffed, her blue eyes beating with tears. Really wasn't sure when we set off if we succeed. I've always been shy and awkward, and I'm not the strongest. I never had much faith in myself. But you were always with me, Yaja. Ayana hands finds my own. She squeezes them all while shivering, despite the fire with the blaze proudly in the background. It's muggy night and the fire makes the air more sultry than ever, but Ayana looks like she caught in a howling gale. You supported me whenever I began to doubt myself. You gave me the courage I needed to press on. I've always been like that since we were children. I'm anxious, but you're not. You forge on ahead, so bright and bold like a shooting star. I've always been in your shadow. I might have resented it just a little, but more than anything, I admire you. Huh? I stared at Ayana, my brow furrowed in what I thought the most elegant manner. I've never been a very elegant person. I'm not delicate or ladylike as Ayana is. Ayana many things that I'm not, which is why her confession catches me so off guard. I didn't expect it. Not at all. That doesn't make any sense. What doesn't? That you're very jealous of me. I mean, why would you be? Compared to you, I'm so coarse and crass. I always wished I could be more like you. That is strange. Now it's Ayana's turn to look perplexed. Her nose wrinkles. I can't imagine why anybody would want to be like me. I can't imagine anybody would want to be like me. That's a brief silence, filled only by the crackling of the fire. I look at Ayana. She looks back at me. Then the two of us begin to giggle. A laugh might not be appropriate given the importance of the ritual we just performed, but I don't care about that. I care only about Ayana and her happiness and our friendship. I never felt closer to her than I do right now. I care about her so much it hurts. I suppose we can agree to disagree there. People never seem to appreciate their good qualities, you and I included. We can only see how wonderful we are if we look at one another through each other's eyes. You might not like yourself much, Yaya, but Anna swallows, her eyelashes tremble. I like you. I like you a lot. I like you too, Ayana. I adore you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anna blinks, her cheeks pink, and she looked so startled. I wonder if I made a mistake. Did I come on too strong? I'm sorry to startle you. I didn't mean to make things awkward. You can discard that if you want. I must have been swept up by the heart of the moment. I'm just happy, that I finally found Coco, and I don't know what I'm saying. What? Anna frowns. You mean you don't adore me? No, I do. You mean everything to me, Ayana. I like you so much I don't know how to describe it. That's why I'm getting all tongue-tied. You go older than size. I'm so bad with words. I'm not smart like you. I'm not smart either, you see. Anna inhales and surveys me in newfound confidence. I liked you all this time too, but I was too afraid to tell you. I thought you might reject me. I should be accustomed to reaction after all this time. During my childhood, you and Coco were my only friends. Everybody else harassed me or avoided me because of my hair. The thought of being rejected should sting so much. But then I thought of you turning on me. It was terrifying. That was when I realized how much I liked you. I like you so much. A brief pause. Perhaps it's more than a friend. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I was just so scared. I'm a coward, but you have given me the strength to say how I really feel. I want you to know how much I like you, even if it kills me. Ayana. Oh, Ayana. Yeah. No further words pass between us, there's nothing else to need to be said. From now on, we can communicate solely through our bodies. I shift closer to Ayana, my long dress billowing behind me in the breeze, then I tip her chin upwards with my fingertips. Ayana doesn't resist, she's breathing erratically, she's trembling, but I think it's anticipation rather than fear. She wants this too, I'm sure of it. It's been trying to communicate her feelings to me for so long, a long time. Up until now, I was too dense or perhaps too self-effacing to think for a second she could ever like me. But now that the announcement of a travel is I finally understand. I love Ayana, and she loves me. I love her so much. I want to show her that. I dip my head. I do actually think it might actually be more into this story, but let's check the main menu anyway. How many pictures is it? Okay, this was in order. If this wasn't in order, I would actually probably have ended it here, but these two pictures I will unlock next time. Because if it only had been one, I would actually not have ended it here. Because as we know from stories, the stories can jump, but there seem to be two left. And I do think there's enough story to be had. So, and of course I do have ways of filling it out in case there actually are too little story left. But that's all I have for Sakura First Girls this time. It's Hitler and Chef. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!